Welcome back, everybody. This is episode 76 of the Road to the Top series. I am Toasty FM. And last episode, we got a total of 4 points. In this episode, well, in the game since the last episode, we got 4 points. Seems to be a pattern there. 4 points out of 3 games overall is not... It's not bad. It's not bad, it has to be said, but still, we have to pick up some more points there. And again, we can't score goals. When we do win, it's 1-0 victories. And when we tie, it's 0-0, it's 1-1. Again, Maritin, we could have scored and we didn't, and we had it was another one of those examples of, or at least I believe it was against Oroka, we had plenty of chances to score, and just didn't do it. Shots from Barbosa was taking shots from 40 yards away, and there were highlights, and that's how I know that was happening, but very, very disappointing overall, it has to be said, that we're not putting it all together, and it's slipping away. Our ability to move up in the table is disappearing very quickly. I mean, we're still 12 points away from Shavs, but we can't. It has to start picking up now, or it's going to be another wasted season. And we've used a lot of money the last 2 seasons. We spent a lot of money. I don't know what kind of transfer budget we're going to have this off season. So we're going to need to make a push. And I think I've changed up a tactic a little bit. I've put that our attacking midfielder, our best playmaker on attack, to give us a little bit more of an edge. I should actually probably put it on attacking mid, actually. Actually, I'm going to do that. But we need a little bit of a spark there. We just don't have that spark really right now, and it's a problem. It's definitely disappointing. Disappointing by us. So I believe we can just get into the lineup now. Let's just do that. So actually, before that, we had a youth intake. We got another very solid player. It goes by the name of João Pereira. Very, very solid player. He's not commanding in the box yet. He has good positioning, good reflexes, good handling. If the ball's coming to him, he's gonna grab it. Not a great kicker. He has to work on his aerial reach, his command of his area, his communication. Allowing himself to go get balls in the air, which is important. I mean, Diogo Costa struggled with that earlier in the season, despite him being a very good keeper. So we have to watch out for that. That he's developing there. But very excited to have another one of these prospects that have 5-star potential, or has the potential to be up there, along with Cunha, Adrian Dabo. Adrian Dabo has been developing very well in the second team. 14 marking, 16 tackling. That's even better than, he has better marking than Casimo. He has to work a little bit more on his other areas of the game. He's not a great jumper. I'd like him with a little more pace, a little more strength. But for an 18-year-old, I think he's a very good, as far as mainly a defender, I think he's very good. And so I could see him possibly featuring next season with us. I'm not sure. And we also have some other solid players with not that level of potential, but fine, good potential. We have Joel Wilson here. Not a pacey player, but another great crossing. Those are technical areas. He might improve. We don't know yet. Was Angelo Gomes. Solid player, another left back option there. So he has a great work rate and great stamina, so he's gonna be working up that side of the field. But so we have to keep So this is one of the positives right now. We're bringing in players for our youth team with high potential, with quality play, and I mean we've seen players feature this year, like Werner. I mean we obviously have lost a couple players. We've sold on for millions of euros. We've actually sold maybe 3 strikers for €1 million, and that's helped a lot to bring in better players. You know, we lost Cunha last year, which was a big loss to lose a player that could have developed into something special. So, anyway, let's get into the game today. So this is gonna be well, actually, I didn't. Let's do the quick pick. See who he picks. I don't think something's gonna change here. But it's back. The Dalt has scored, but he's not very consistent. When he has scored, it's been off the bench. As a starter, it doesn't seem like he's doing it at the moment. Sandro Almeida, I mean, Werner's been playing there, but he's also not really doing it. Nuno Correa is having a terrible run of games. I have to look at maybe re-signing him, which is going to be an issue that I'm not sure. I mean, I think he's at best when he's starting consistently, but with Paredes there, I don't know if that's going to happen. But I want to resign him. I don't want to lose him because I think he's on a fair amount of money for us compared to the team as a whole. And lately he hasn't been great, but this season he hasn't been terrible. 5 goals and 10 appearances when he started. That's not bad at all. I mean, I think I've been more disappointed in him coming off the bench and hoping he'll add a little bit, kind of a different dynamic. Oh, actually, he's not on really any good wages, but I think he's 22, Portuguese. I still want to sign him. So this is gonna be the team today. This is gonna be the team. Oh, actually, this is not gonna be the team. Broby has not played well. I mean, he's played well in the last 2 games, but there was a run of time there where I'll give him a start. Whatever. Actually, I think I should have given him a start because I think his promise, the timeline for his promise, is coming up soon. So this might be one of the last times we could give him the start. I don't want him to think that happens a lot. I think you'll start a player basically the entire I mean, how long are these promises? Like 2 months. First 6 weeks you'll play him consistently, and then to the end, if they don't play well, you'll give another guy a start, and they'll say, "Oh, you didn't play me as much as you wanted to. I want to leave. You're such a liar." Like, dude, I played you so much, and you were okay, not great. So I decided to bring somebody else in. That being said, Broby has played a little bit better in his last 2 games, but there was a while there where he was just. I think you saw in the last live comm that play where the strikers kind of passed right behind him and he wasn't really paying attention. So that has to be said. So Moreira here gets out the ball, and then Dalt scores with a great ball in from Valenzuela. Very kind of reminiscent of the goal Portugal scored against Hungary. Kind of crossed the box from the fullback into the striker. Let's look at the goal. Valenzuela here puts a nice ball out. Valenzuela could overlap. The Dalt just peels away from his defender and scores a goal. That's an early goal, an early lead. What it ends is probably. Obviously we should beat them, I think, but to get that early goal, that's what we need. That's I'm not going to complain about a 1-0 lead early on in the game. Hopefully we can continue that. Who else is not? I mean, let's look at the other players in the team. For us, Villa has been like ass lately. But so is Famia. But yeah, he has not performed well. His ability to kind of give our strikers quality balls has not been there. I think we've definitely suffered I think his lack of play. I mean, look, he's already at 6.5. I think his lack of play has hurt us, and I think that's the problem of us not really having much depth. Is that if we had somebody else that we could really bring in to play there. I mean, I like Famia, but he doesn't have that extra, and he hasn't performed well either. So, if we had that player that we can bring in and say, like show yourself. He's not playing well. Go out there and do it. And we just don't have that ability right now. And I think that's what it is for a lot of teams. I mean, a lot of teams would like a lot of depth. And I think that would be the next step. I think we definitely have some quality players in there. Barboza and Paredes and Casimo and even the Costa was on loan. This player, Rodriguez can become a great player. DeVoe, he's not a great player, but he has that speed, and speed is so important sometimes in games like these. So we definitely have the players. I think we just need the depth. We need to kind of almost like scare our players into saying, "Hey, you better perform, or you can't keep the spot." And that's probably my fault. Probably my fault for kind of as we score a goal there through the Dalt. It's my fault for not maybe rotating the squad as much as I should. But that's something that I still need to learn because I'm not. I rarely do that. I mean, it's easy for me to switch out like some Oliveira with Werner because they're very similar players. They're fairly similar quality. It's easy for me to put out Lazic and put in Broby because Broby is quality, but I can't put in. I can't take out. Who else? I mean, I can't take out Deuce or Barbosa for one of our other players. I mean, Alloy and George are solid players, but they're so next level. And obviously, they've earned their spots. They've earned starting places consistently in this team. But I'm not going to put in Famia for Ferraz Villa. I'm definitely not going to put in Chamaka for Diogo Costa, even if Diogo Costa is not having one of his better seasons. Here comes DeVoe, like I said, with that speed. Ooh, and Dalt gets his hat trick for Leidia. I think that's our first hat trick by any player in a while. I'm very happy to see that. And see, this is what depth has you. Our strikers aren't playing well. We bring in a guy like Dalt with a little bit of hunger. He wants to show himself, and he comes out and he scores hat tricks. And finally, we've scored more than 2 goals. I mean, more than 1 goal. I didn't even realize that. I forgot to even mention that. He has been outstanding today. Let's bring in George Forduso. He's on a yellow card. He's had a solid game. So, I mean, this is the type of performance that we need more of. We kind of get a little bit lethargic in our play. We have about 15 minutes here. I think we've held this game very well. I don't think they've had a highlight in this game. I think every highlight that has come up has been ours, and very happy to see that. I think we're just gonna let the clock run here. Vina, come on, hold the shutout. Very well done. 3-0 victory. Amazing. Dario Dodalt had an amazing game. Very well done. I could have busted out the why don't you play like this on a more consistent basis, but I could have. Maybe I'll do it next time. But great, a great 3-0 victory. Exactly what we needed at this point in the season. So let's look at the upcoming schedule. See if we can continue this kind of run in the next few games. All right, guys. So a big victory. I mean, not a big victory in the sense that we moved up a bunch of places. It's put us right in the race, but a big victory in terms of putting ourselves out there as and that we can still get some points. We can still make some noise and finish off the season pretty well. We're gonna need some help from teams above us if you want to move up to you know, to a better place in the league. But I think we can do it. I think we can definitely do it if we play well. If we just get out there and do it, I think we'll be fine. So the game's coming up. We have 7 games left. It's so we're either gonna do 4-3 or 3-4. We could do like comeback and spotting, but I mean, I don't want people to see me getting trampled. I mean, it could be that this is the one where I get the victory against them, but you know, I don't know. Maybe when we get there, and if we get there and we've won like the next 2 games, and this is a big game in terms of the season, maybe I'll say, okay, we're gonna come back and spotting. If not at that point, but then again, Chavs are the team we're chasing right now, so Chavs would be a big game to come back against. They're in that Europa League spot. I don't think we're going to catch them, but just to, you know, I think that'd be a more competitive game, more fun game. So, just because of that, I think we're going to come back against Chavs. I think Chavs would be a fun game away from home against a solid team, one of the better teams in Portugal. See how we can do, see how we can perform. I think that'd be great. Actually, I think that'd be fun. So let's do that. So it's gonna be Guimarães, Belenenses, Sporting, and then we're gonna come back against Chaves tomorrow. So yeah, thank you guys for watching with the win today. Very important win. Make sure you guys like and subscribe, and take care of yourselves.